Hey everybody, welcome to episode 64 of Two Guys, Zero Planners. Hey, we did that thing where we actually recorded weeks after the release of an episode instead of months. So
yeah,
we're getting better, but if I say we're getting better, then that may let people down if we suddenly get worse, so...
yeah, let's wait more than one episode, yeah, before they do that.
Wait until we've actually established a trend.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could do that. Yeah. Let's go with that. That's a smart idea. Listen to Urban, not me. So, what have you been up to in the last 3 weeks?
Well, so Friday was fountain pen day, and I ended up getting a pen, obviously. So that's something I did. I wasn't entirely sure. So one of the German shops, Papier und Stift, everyone has a discount for that day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they had a 15% off on all fountain pens, and I was looking for a pen to put in my Bock 250 nibs, so the number 6 size Bock nibs. And then I ended up with the Opus 88 Bella, which is one of the few Opus 88s that actually take Bock nibs. It's super weird looking, I guess. That's why I like it in a way, and it's an eyedropper, and I'm still working on my ink samples, so eyedroppers are basically I almost exclusively use eyedroppers these days, so it seemed like a good idea to get that one.
Yeah, that is if the colorway was different, I would love that pen.
Yeah, there's also a yellowish one. I think they call it green. But I think it's more yellow than green, and I think a red one. But I like the blue better, I think.
I think you and I would have to differ there. I like the red one. I'm looking at the red, and I like the red.
But yeah, that's still in the mail. Obviously, it's only Sunday, so obviously they didn't send it out. Well, actually, apparently they sent it out today even. But at some point next week, I guess I'll have that, and then hopefully my nibs will actually fit. Because the nibs I actually want to fit aren't even Bock nibs. They're the ones from my Tom Studio pen. Because like I think I mentioned last time, shortly or briefly, that I got a late birthday present, which was this Tom Studio pocket pen.
Mm-hmm.
And that came with a medium nib, but they also sell other nibs. So my dear colleague actually didn't only send me that pen, but he also sent me a double broad architect, a fooder nib, and a brush. Obviously, I can't have all 4 of them in the same pen. And I had a look through my pens, and I realized I didn't even have any pens anymore that take Bock nibs. So hopefully this is actually correct that they fit in that pen. And then, yeah, I get to at least have 2 of them in use at the same time.
I mean, I couldn't think of a better use for an Opus 88 than being a nib holder. So that...
Yeah, my other one is like there's a pilot parallel nib in that I ground to those rounded off one of the corners. And my third one, yeah, I do have an actual honest to God flex nib in that one. So yeah, no, none of my Opus 88 pens actually have their original nib in them.
See, when I had the one time I had an Opus 88, I just kept the stock nib in there. I never even thought about switching out the nib.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even know why. Because that like seems completely up my alley. I feel like I failed.
I don't know. I mean, the obvious downside with Opus 88 pens is that they take at least 3 turns to uncap. So in that sense, they're a bit annoying. But other than that, they're actually pretty nice and good place to put my remaining ink samples, I guess.
That is one thing I never liked about my old Opus 88. It just takes way too long. Way too long. At some point, I may get another eyedropper, to be determined. By the way, the note right above the Opus 88, as soon as I saw that, I just immediately started singing 99 bottles of ink on the wall, 99 bottles of ink. And that was horrible.
As a programmer, this is something that comes up in, I don't know, chapter 1 of 80% of programming books, how to solve that. Yes. Yes, so that note says that I had a look at my, so at the Pelican Hub, someone actually asked how many inks I had, and I thought, yeah, I mostly have ink samples and a few bottles, but actually that's not even true anymore. So I have, I don't know, 50-ish ink samples, but I realized I have exactly 99 bottles of ink. And now I do wonder, what should bottle number 100 be? And somehow it needs to be something a bit more special, but I couldn't decide yet.
Oh, I just chose the first. I just chose the first horrible ink I could think of.
Robert Oster, City of America, Oklahoma. Yes, it doesn't load yet, the image, but I don't know.
Like I said, the first horrible thing I could think of, because I don't think you have that ink. I don't know why you would have that ink, but I was just like, oh, hey, what's an ink that Urban wouldn't have? And what is an ink that is just so out there? But you're right. It kind of does need to be special.
I mean, I was thinking maybe the 350 milliliter bottle of Pilot Blue Black. I mean, that's special in a different kind of way. I mean, I did finish one of the 30 ml bottles, so it's not an ink that it's horrible.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe
Have you thought about petitioning like one of the fountain pen discords or subreddits to make the 2026 ink of the year something FPC related and just make that your 100th bottle?
I mean, that could obviously be the thing, right? Actually design your own ink.
Yeah. And I mean, you've done enough for a good chunk of the community by having the whole like FPC website that people use quite advantageously. So, I think it'd be fitting.
Take the average of all colors and produce another brown ink or something.
Do you really want to be another brown ink person though?
No, not really. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would be cool to have your own ink, right? But I mean, I did think about it shortly, but then I thought, okay, but then I need to ship it. And then that was a big no for me.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why you have someone like Diamine do it. That way the onus is on them. They can keep it in stock and send it to all the people, and you just have a name on a bottle.
Yeah. I don't know.
Isn't that how capitalism works? You have other people do it for you?
I don't know, for the 0.01% of people, maybe, yeah.
Oh, I think the percentage is even lower than that now.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much ignore my recommendation for your 100th bottle of ink. Personally, I think it'd be cool if you were able to convince one of the manufacturers to make a special thing for FPC. But, hey, I guess the big question, what would your color of choice be if you had a custom ink, and like what properties would it have?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? So I don't even know how I could, how I could distinguish it from anything else, right? So, yeah. So maybe for the time being, I'll stay with 99 bottles and then at some point figure it out.
A guinea pig colored ink.
So that's either white or gray or brown or black or anything in between.
A brown that goes gray and then after like 30 days fades to white?
I mean, these days, so there are some Pannonia inks, for example, that have a different colored pigment in them. Mm-hmm. So you can do fun stuff with that. But ooh. I don't know. Yeah. Nothing really comes to mind of anything that I currently want, right? So I don't know.
Well, if you want to give Urban suggestions, the email address is in our show notes. Send your ideas, please. Also, please just use that email address. We're not going to put you on a mailing list or anything, but it would be better than the spam that we get there.
Yeah, do we even get spam?
Oh, yeah, we do. I just have it filtered and automatically banished to the shadow realm.
Okay. Yeah. For FPC, I usually just get either these, here is the list of all attendees of this American Pen Show emails. You can buy it here. I mean, I don't get the list, but I could buy it actually, which for a European is super weird and it would never fly here with, I don't know, privacy laws in
right.
effect and stuff. Or, hey, we can design you, I don't know, some kind of cheap fountain pen or something.
Yeah, the majority of the emails I get for two guys are, hey, we can do your audio editing for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thought in my head when I see that email is, I'm an audio engineer, shut up.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys just heard a bleep. Me and the bleep. Gotta love it. Man.
Sorry, I got sidetracked. So the Roadosa, Oklahoma City ink that you suggested is green, and the Sailor, Oklahoma is a brown red ink. So
What?
no
Okay,
one can,
Sailor Oklahoma ink.
no one can. But yeah, maybe Oklahoma is browner than Oklahoma City.
So I'm looking at Drom Ghouls really quick. Wait, the Sailor 50 States looks plum.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just looked at the FPC color, and those are
Missouri is brown.
Hmm.
Well, okay. I say Missouri is brown. When I look at the swatch, it's blood red, right? Okay, I get the political commentary that you guys were going with there. You call it a reddish brown. No, that's blood red. That is blood red. Inviting hints of molasses and brown sugar. That's not what Dude. Kansas City and St. Louis barbecue is not known for molasses and brown sugar. Sailor, you missed it. You totally missed the mark. What the fuck, guys? Come on, seriously. Come to the states that you are making inks for before you make the inks. So what did they say for why did they choose? That's not burgundy, that's plum.
Yeah.
And then they say this wine color ink came to be gently like a rosebud unfolding into blue. What the fuck?
Although I imagine, at least for Sailor, it's actually Sailor North America that has some input, and you should look at the Colorverse state inks. Their names are even weirder.
Oh God.
Yeah.
By the way, when you do the show notes, remember you have to grab all these different inks.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I know.
So I need to buy them.
It takes you absolutely no time for you to actually get this stuff.
It goes over 100, yeah.
Well, my big thing is I feel bad because I have you do the show notes, and it takes me so long to get my ass in gear and actually get everything done. And you've got the show notes done in like an hour.
Yeah, but that was last time because I actually was sick that day and didn't work. And I was so bored. So I spent the half an hour it took me to go through listen to the episode at 2x speed and find some links for it. So it wasn't too bad.
Looking through the states really quick for Colorverse. I guess I could have actually used the... What on earth is that abomination? Dark Skies of Black Mesa? Really? So, Robert Oster focuses on Oklahoma City. Colorverse focuses on the middle of fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Sailor picks a rose that's not even that color and butchers the color. If you're going to do an Oklahoma ink, then you have to do the one color that is most important to the majority of Oklahomans, and that is University of Oklahoma Crimson.
Mm-hmm.
And you call the ink Boomer Sooner Red. Sure, the Oklahoma State Cowboys fans get pissed off, but no one cares about their football team anyways. I hate both teams, and even I have to admit that OSU, not Ohio State has a good program, but Oklahoma State sucks balls. I should probably say that a little bit quieter considering I live in a city that has one of their satellite campuses. Didn't think that one through. Anyways.
But yeah, I mean, maybe I don't have a full bottle of any Sailor inks and any Colorverse inks, so maybe that's also an option. But yeah, in general, I think I eventually find some ink brand I've never tried.
Yeah.
And get one bottle. But yeah, someday.
Someday Urban will buy one. Oh, wait. Okay. I need to not sing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and next episode we'll talk about, I don't know, Urban has 110 inks or something, but yeah, maybe not. We'll see.
Stopping at
Stay
110,
tuned.
go for 170. Come on.
I mean, Cult Pens, for example, has quite a few special inks, right? They have many diamine and some sailor, and I think some colorverse too. I don't remember, but yeah, they have some fun stuff actually.
I'm also noticing you have more pens down in your list down there.
Yeah.
What's going on with those?
Yeah, so last time we actually didn't talk about pens, we just didn't get to it, right? So the list is a bit longer.
Right.
It's like, that's my excuse at least. So the next one that I got was this Eureka pen. So Eureka, it's like just this one guy from South Korea who is, I don't know, mad scientist style making pens. And I got this, it's called the Asymmetry Slim, which looks a bit like a desk pen. So really short cap, but then really long body. And the fun thing is he also made the nib himself, right? So it's a titanium nib, although a very stiff titanium nib. So I guess they all look a bit similar. So it looks a bit like the Sean design nib, but I guess it's a fairly bit longer, right? Yeah, it's a super cool pen, unique nib, and I think it's like 150 euros or dollars even. So it's also comparatively cheap. I just had to get it because he also just makes really small batches, and then if he announces them on Instagram, and then an hour later everything is sold out again, and I just had to grab one. It's just super cool. Yeah.
That is definitely an interesting look to it. So the nib is kind of just like writing with a nail.
Yeah, it's fairly stiff, yeah, and it's like a stub nib essentially, and you have to unscrew the nib unit to actually fill the pen, because it's also just an eyedropper.
You know, you have always been the eyedropper fanatic between the two of us. I've just never been able to get into them.
Yeah, somehow. I mean, and it's actually fairly wet and fun to use, so I really like it.
And it helps you get through those ink samples.
It does, yeah. Maybe another year or two and I'll be done, which is quite nice. At the end of the year, we'll have to see how many I did this year, how many I finished.
Well, see, and that's the other thing. You have to not acquire any more.
Yeah, well, so far that has worked. But yeah, maybe that's also why I shouldn't acquire more ink bottles. But yeah, for now it's about samples.
So there's two pens above that.
Yeah.
I'm sitting about 10 feet away from my TV that I use as a computer monitor to look at the show notes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think I misread that name?
I don't know.
I read it as Asinine V800.
Asinine. I mean, given that it's a Chinese pen, wouldn't put it past them to use that as their company name. Bad translations are always fun.
I didn't realize that was not the name until I actually clicked on one of the links.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that it's Asvine or Asvin or however you want to say it.
I don't know. Yeah, these are sort of, so that's the Asvine C80, which is a cartridge converter pen, and the V800, which is a vac filler. And the fun thing is they both have number 8 nibs. And obviously they're Chinese and they have number 8 nibs, so obviously you had to get them there like in the, I don't know, 30, 35 euro range, so also not too much. Yeah, so now I have, of Asvine, I have an extra fine, a medium, and a 1.1 stub nib in number 8, which they're really fun to use, and sort of I enjoy them. Not much more to say about that.
So I can overnight a C80 in this light blue glitter for $28.95.
Yeah.
Huh. Ooh, that's pretty. The galaxy blue is actually kind of pretty. Interesting. We'll add that to the cart and then we'll save it for later.
Yeah. So the purple one, the C80, I got the purple version, and I'm currently using my precious original Lamy Dark Lilac with it. And,
wow, breaking out the big guns there.
Yeah, I mean, I had I mean, it's like, I don't know, I'd have 10 milliliters or something. And if I don't use it now, then it's just slowly going to dry out, right? And then
Right.
what do I do with that then? So I thought I'd just use that. Yeah. And then the remainder, the last one is my special edition Kaweco Sport. So this is like Papier und Stift. That's one of the German pen stores. So paper and pen, essentially. And they have this nice grayish teal with silver glitter. And that's just a fun color. And I actually had sold all my plastic Kaweco Sports. And I thought, okay, maybe I get that one. It's also somewhat see-through, so you can turn it into an eyedropper.
Intriguing.
And I think one of the US stores had, I don't know, a month later had one that looked suspiciously similar in color. I forget who it was, but yeah, and possibly they also got that one, US market. But it's a fun pen, yeah.
Just slightly suspiciously?
Yeah, just slightly, because I'm a nice person.
You're not a jerk like me. You actually do practice being a nice person. Me, on the other hand, no.
I'm in somewhat senior position at work, so it's, if you're not a nice person, then no one is. I guess.
Oh man, don't even get me started on that. That'll be.
Also, I work in a 30-person company, so that's different to, I don't know, thousands of people where you're essentially
I'm only in a building that can house 600.
Yeah.
Well,
So
690.
20 times, only 20 times bigger.
Yeah, but my world, that building only has, let's see, there were 15 in that training class that are still there. Then 39 from that training class, and there's going to be another 11. That department has 9, and then our department has 24. So we've only got just barely above 100 people, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird, man. Being in the department I'm in, the job title I'm in, everyone automatically assumes that we've got our heads shoved so far up our own butts that we're smelling farts 24/7, 365. And I mean, that's not us. That's not what we do or who we are. But we've already had issues where people have made up their mind that that's what they think we are.
Mm-hmm.
So just a whole lot of drama llama bullshit at work, because people are just, making up their mind that they feel that we think we're better than everybody else. And it's like, dude, that's not how that works. That's not how any of that works. And so I get to sit here and I'm trying to help some people do stuff at the job.
Yeah.
And while they're trying to get stuff done at the job, we've got people that are not happy with how their hiring prospects turned out, trying to stab us in the back at every turn. And it's like, come on, people. Come on. Just quit with the high school stuff already. So that's what I've been dealing with in the last 3 weeks. I actually get to deal with more of it tomorrow. So, yay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Hooray me. It's just stupid. That's all that note is about, is just me micro-venting, because, of course, I can't really go into detail about a lot of stuff. All I can say is people are causing drama because they're not happy with how life turned out for them and how life turned out for other people. And because of that, the projects I'm currently in with 2 separate departments and 3 people, we're all having to navigate a bunch of petty bullshit. And it's just so much fun. Just so much fun. This is what happens, people, when you fail upwards. Mm-hmm. All eyes are suddenly on you, and people think that they can do your job better than you can. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can cross that note off, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, let's switch gears to some me news. Mm-hmm. As I try to keep from hitting buy now on those 2 fountain pens, because this next one, I need help from our listeners. I need your help financially. I need your donations for 2 reasons. 1, to help me recover my costs for doing what I did, and 2, to help me pay Todd back for the pens that he temporarily bought from me so I could eventually get them back. So I have spent a lot of money recently on photography gear because I switched from Panasonic to Sony. And since I moved up here to the new apartment, I've taken some pretty good pictures. And I finally caved into the peer pressure and made limited runs of 2 of those pictures. One of them called The Road Ahead, which is looking southward in between a couple buildings, like all the way down this one street from the plaza that's in front of one of the taller buildings in the city, all the way down the street 13 blocks to one of the first churches in the town. And then, of course, I did some color grading and stuff to it to give it this weird, ominous, greenish gold undertone, overtone feel to it, along with the black and white. So it actually kind of pops. It looks nice. And the actual prints are amazing. Like, Bay Photo did a great job on the print work and the mounting work. So always shout out to Bay Photo for just doing great work and being a pleasure to work with. Yeah.
So you already got those made?
Yeah, they're sitting on my counter. I've got the plastic wrappers. I've got the mailers. I've got the fragile stickers. I've got the printable labels, so I can just go ahead and go to, when somebody buys them, I can just go to FedEx, print off the label, and send it via FedEx. I'm spending like an extra $3 in shipping doing that, but honestly, I'm choosing to eat the shipping cost. The prices include shipping, but when I priced everything, I just took shipping out of the equation and decided that was going to be a sunk cost. So, yeah. So there's 10 of each picture. I stand corrected. There's 9 of The Road Ahead, because 1 of 10 was purchased before they had even arrived at my apartment.
Cool.
And they are on the website for $100. These will be the only 10 of each one that I print. Anything after that is not going to be those 2 pictures. Yeah. So.
All right. Cool.
Yep. That'll help me pay off the cost to have them printed, all the shipping materials, and the money I set aside for shipping. And then it will also help me give Todd money. And then I can start selling prints to try to make money back on my camera purchases. Maybe if I can get some more portrait work in, start doing that on the side as well. That way I can maximize income opportunities in these trying times.
Yes. Well, good luck with that. I mean, they're cool prints.
Yeah, if you look on the store, the second picture for each one is actually what they look like. I went down to the lobby in my apartment and I was like, hey, I'm going to take a picture. So they came out really well. I like just the way that green, like the green undertones pop. It makes me happy.
Cool.
Yeah. So like I was saying, dear 2 Guys, Zero Planners community, I need your help. I need your help to fund my bad habits. So, yes. Oh boy. As I prepare for nothing but hate mail of, how dare you use your platform to sell crappy pictures, you bastard.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, we also accept hate mail to the email address. Any mail that's not appreciated.
As long as it is actually typed. Now, to be fair, if you are using Copilot, I will accept an email that you typed and then told Copilot to rewrite for you. So that is okay. You can use your AI overlords to send your email, but you must type it first.
I mean, you can also write it in fountain pen and take a picture. That works too.
Yes. Oh, that is one thing. With these prints, I am also doing handwritten letters of authenticity on 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. And using either the Pelican M600 with the remaining bit of Shoro or my Pilot Elite with Writer's Blood. Yeah.
As long as you don't use Halami Blue, it's all good. Because that's known to fade after half a year or something. I decided to go with 2 inks that I know would actually be halfway decent. So, yeah,
pretty much, just, hey, AI did not take this picture. I was actually here, yada, 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 that kind of thing. So, and they get my chicken scratch. So they get to see how horrible my handwriting is without actually having to watch any of my YouTube videos.
How nice of you.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually hit a milestone 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I banned my 1,000th person on the YouTube channel.
Cool.
Yeah. My 1,000th person made fun of my handwriting. So I have a script that automatically bans the person and hides every comment they've ever made. Because when you tell YouTube to hide comments, it doesn't necessarily get all of them. So I just have a script that goes through on my Mac Mini that I've got set up for our TeamSpeak server. And it just periodically goes through and takes care of all the back-end stuff for me.
Cool.
Yeah, my Mac Mini is a harsh mistress. But
damn, right as blood. Yeah, it's like dried blood color, right? More or less.
Yeah, I mean,
not necessarily my color.
Wow. Okay, some of the people that are choosing so the colors for this ink, is that just like a splotch of how every other person thinks that ink looks to them?
Yeah, so you can essentially pick your own color, and if you don't, then it displays the average color of all of them to you. But yeah.
Holy crap, you didn't purge me from the database. I just logged into my account. I thought it would have been purged since this is the first time I've logged in like 3 years.
No, I had that purging enabled at some point, and then someone tried to log in after a year and a half and wondered why their stuff was gone. And I thought, okay, so it's not that much data, so why do I even do that? So no purging if you're not a bot or a spammer. So you can.
Okay. Well, I just got done getting rid of all of the yellow bars telling me what updates you've made to the site. And I've just dismissed the thing telling me that you use cookies. Hopefully they're chocolate chip.
European cookies.
Yes. The European cookies that cause me to have to click decline all on every single website at least 8 times.
Yeah. The next legislation needs to be about how you can decline all cookies for cookie banners or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Decline the cookie of the cookie.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or if you click accept all for the cookies, then the domain hosting platform has to send you a dozen cookies for accepting the cookies.
Yeah.
So not the person who owns the website. So like if your domain is registered through Hover, it's Hover sending out the cookies. So we're pawning it off to the company that's making money. Although then they'll pawn the cost off to us by raising the cost of the domain the next year.
Yeah, and then we need to add ads because obviously someone clicked accept cookies, and that's where it comes from, right? So yeah,
that would be bad.
I think my cookies, I do have some kind of tracking enabled, but I never look at it.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Tracking people.
I mean, seeing how many people actually use it and stuff like that.
How dare you want to know whether or not you're actually making a useful service?
Yeah.
That is just horrible. Oh, wow. I have not seen this site in a while. Okay, let's see. Have not used. I'm messing with the AI really quick.
I'm looking.
Okay, let's see what the AI does. I gave it a horrible prompt. Huh. Okay, fair enough. That works. Huh. Well, apparently it wants me to get Waterman Serenity Blue and toss it in my Pelican.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad combination.
Yeah. I mean, those blues, not a fan of those royal blue-ish colors.
Yeah.
Actually, now this Robert Oster Oklahoma City actually loaded. Yeah, it's actually a nice color. I like this. It's nice green. It might not be related to Oklahoma City, but it's actually a nice color.
The only time that green is related to Oklahoma City is if there's a tornado. Have you ever been in a tornado?
No.
Okay. So when you're in flat grassland like Oklahoma City is, if you see green on the horizon during a thunderstorm, then that means there's a tornado kicking up grass and dirt and a bunch of green and brown. So if you see green in the sky, you're getting underground into your storm cellar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, you never want to see this color of green in Oklahoma City or just Oklahoma, period.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I've made that comment on this show.
Yeah, it could be. I think we talked about those Robert Oster inks at some point.
Did I do a video about this? I almost feel like I did. Okay, inks. Okay. Details. Holy shit, I did a video on it.
All right.
Yeah. Well-Appointed Desk did a review. There's another one. Fountain Pen Pharmacist. Okay, kitchen counter. Okay. Mountain of Ink. Okay. Huh. Wow. That was relatively... Oh, yeah, I called it a good green, though maybe not 100% accurate.
Mm-hmm.
What was I thinking at the time? Because I do not like that grain now that I look at it.
Yeah, maybe it's different if you actually have it in hand.
Or maybe I was just trying to be too positive back then. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, I have so many. I think I have so many greens in that range. So I'm not sure. I need another green. I think I have a bottle of diamine. I think it was classic green, which I think is more olive, and I've never used it. Yeah. So I think also maybe 99 bottles, coming back to this, is good enough for the time being, and I should just use stuff I have. I don't know. Surprising thought, but maybe I can give that a try.
So I do want to break us away from stationery.
Mm-hmm.
What are those two things down at the bottom there, huh?
Yes. I sort of, at some point, I actually, didn't only buy inks, but I ended up buying watches. But it was only 2, and now I'm over it.
You survived.
I survived it. Obviously, for me, they had to be Chinese watches, as I always buy Chinese pens as well. But the difference is like a cheap Chinese watch is like 150 euros, right? Where a cheap Chinese pen is like 10. So it's a bit of a different price range. But they're actually really cool. One is one of those dive watches, and I'm actually using that when I go swimming. And the other one is like a big fat pilot style watch with big numerals, and the lume basically lasts all night. So I can always check the time if I wake up at night or something. Luckily, I got back into pens instead of continuing spending hundreds of euros on more watches. Because sometimes pens isn't the cheapest hobby, but there's really no comparison to watches. These are actually automatic watches, so there are actually no batteries and no quartz, anything involved. So they are all a bit more expensive, but yeah, quite a different thing, right?
Right. Well, I am all part of that Apple Watch lifestyle. So luckily, I do not have to worry about. I don't have to worry about the temptation of analog watches. Which is nice.
Yeah, so I really got into it and watching all the reviews on YouTube and stuff like that. But somehow, it got boring after a few months already. And now I'm back to buying pens, I guess.
Yeah, and then of course I'm looking at what you've picked up. And then of course I'm looking at it as well, just going, But then it's like, wait a second. Do I want to get the cheap Chinese one, or do I want to go back to my standard habit of buying a lot of things I probably shouldn't buy in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheap Chinese, sort of not the super cheap ones, but the one that are still reliable-ish. Actually using Japanese movements and stuff like that. That's like, you're already in the 150, 200 range, right?
Yeah.
So, maybe stopping after 2 is good enough. One for winter, one for summer, I guess.
Yeah, I think the only time I've gotten an analog watch, I ended up getting a Fossil. It's sitting on my desk. I just don't wear it because all the weight loss stuff I'm doing. The Apple Watch is kind of critical to that. Just to make sure that I'm not going too crazy with the calorie intake deficit stuff that I'm doing. So, yeah. Good times. I don't want to put myself in the starvation mode, but I also need to make sure that I'm losing a considerable amount of weight.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the use case, right? So I always also thought sometimes it would be nice to actually track how much I'm moving and stuff like that, but it wasn't that important, and I'd rather have less digital things distracting me all the time.
Yeah, and you don't want Big Brother tracking everything you're doing.
Yeah. So it's like, I like to know what time it is. So I use a watch for that. And then, I don't know, I've also uninstalled most social media for my phone. So try to just do that on the computer most of the time. So
yeah, at some point I'm going to have to do that thing that I keep threatening to do, where I start up more social media stuff for the photography. And every time I go to just get that out of the way, I feel dirty and I immediately quit doing that.
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah. Life without social media is so much easier to live. I don't understand why people would want to live under a social media bubble, but hey, it is a thing. Some people like doing that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's also, it's so easy to get sucked in, and then you have your phone in your hand for a long time. And then, I mean, it actually, you are in a weird position. And for me, it's like my neck starts to hurt. And then I look at my daughter, and then her hands actually start hurting, and she has problems writing, which is kind of a problem when you're in school, and I guess later in life as well. So,
yeah, tell me about it. Yeah. Just now recovering from that.
Yeah, we are also on that road for her. So, and she's like, her main hobby is actually drawing, right?
Right.
Which is like, A, you can't write in school, and B, you can't do your favorite hobby. Not a good time.
Yeah, definitely one of those, start taking care of yourself. And if that means unplugging, then unplug and take care of yourself. So I fully support like the downfall of social media. That is my old guy sitting on porch yelling, "Get off my lawn." But yeah, I'm just not a fan of how ingrained we have all just kind of allowed social media to become. It's a little massively disturbing. Not just a little bit disturbing. It's a little massively disturbing. So
yeah, that's true.
And it's just going to get worse. It's just going to get worse.
With all the AI crap funneled in there as well. So yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be a battery. I don't want to be plugged up to a machine like in the Matrix. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I mean, it probably won't happen because everything they're saying about humans making great batteries is a bunch of crap. But, hey, it worked in the sci-fi movie and no one questioned it back then. So, hey, we go with it. We ball.
That's what we trained our LLMs on, right? So obviously they have to do that.
Yeah. And you're doing the right thing by at least going analog for your watch. Me, no. I'm giving Apple all my data. I've got my iPhone, I've got the MacBook, the Mac Mini, the Mac Studio, the Apple Watch. One of these days, I'm going to go ahead and get AirTags for my dogs. Yeah, I'm contributing to the problem that I'm complaining about. Yes, I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah, I mean, we're not doing it much different here either, right? So we have 4 people with 4 iPhones in the household. And we have the kids have one Windows computer to play games, but otherwise it's all Macs as well. Yeah.
I mean, regardless of what my head in the sand, I don't want to say head in the sand, but regardless of what my friends that are strictly PC users say, Apple did one hell of a job making their walled garden a good one. I mean, when it works, it works. And when a Windows machine works, it still kind of sucks. Especially now that just destroyed Windows 10 completely and they're forcing Windows 11 upon everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys. The Windows 11 sucks. At some point, I have to update my gaming computer to Windows 11, and I don't want to. I downgraded it from 11 to 10 on purpose.
Yeah, although iOS 26, probably not the best thing either.
Yeah, the amount of stuff that 26 broke.
So I've upgraded my phone just because I was curious, and I'm not upgrading the computer.
So I upgraded the MacBook and the Mac Studio. Our TeamSpeak server, though, is not upgrading for a while. Yeah. Everything from Rogue Amoeba, even though they had patched it after 26.01 came out, everything from Rogue Amoeba had multiple hiccups, even up to this morning. So I'm like, yay, fun times, especially because right now I'm using Audio Hijack to record what we're doing, as well as pass through my audio to TeamSpeak.
Although, I mean, those tools I hear always broke with every major upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this one isn't different, but it's just now there's more stuff that isn't quite right.
So general rule of thumb in the audio industry is whenever a manufacturer, whenever Apple does an OS release, not so much for Windows because, some people in the professional audio world still use Windows. But most people have switched over to Mac for good reason. The people that are making the audio engineering programs do so on Apple computers. So they run better. And the problem is when you have a major OS update, it's not just your digital audio workstation that breaks. Every one of your audio unit plugins that's made by a third party, or any of your VST plugins, or any of your, I think they're Clap, or whatever the new format is for plugins. Crisp? No, it starts with C. Anyways, it's a new plugin format that's supposedly the best thing on the face of the earth. They all break. So I'm sitting there in a situation where I have to time when I'm going to do my operating system update, or I suddenly have $9,000 worth of software suddenly become useless.
Yeah,
that is a fun time. Fun time. Yeah. It sucks. It really does, because especially if you're in a professional studio environment. This was way back in the day, so probably, I want to say 12 years ago now. I was in the middle of working on a 13-song full-length album with a metal band, and their drummer was listening to some of the rough tracks while I was out on a quick lunch break, and he wasn't paying attention, saw the notification about updating my iMac, and just clicked it. And I came back from the lunch break, and I was like, okay, let's go ahead and get back to tracking drums. Yeah, no, couldn't do that, because not only had he upgraded the operating system on my iMac, but it was a major revision, and none of my software was working. The iMac could not even see my audio interfaces.
Nice.
Yeah.
And since that day, Yvgenii never goes passwordless, I guess.
Yeah, it just, yeah. That was a stressful day. I've never wanted to I've never just wanted to cry in front of a whole bunch of other guys as much as I did when that happened, because I was just like, no, I'm almost done with your damn record and you just borked it, you jerk. So yeah, special times. But I think what we ought to do is go ahead and end it here. Save what we got for later. Because there's some other stuff that is going on, and I'm not quite done with the bullet point that is below the pictures. And I need to have a conversation about the bullet point about below the new city, new drama thing.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I need to go talk to the office staff about that, and then we'll talk about my pen stuff later. But yeah, I promise I'll actually remember to hit post on the posting this time around.
Yes.
Yes.
And maybe we'll manage some new episode art as well. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we've got that particular episode art as our placeholder in case we don't have anything new. So that works. You know what else works? Our discount code at Penn Chalet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. If you click on that YouTube radio podcast thing at the top of the page and put in 2 guys, it still works.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I guess Ron never took it down. So there you go. I mean, sure. As long as they keep it up, you guys can get a discount on stuff. Just use 2 guys. Oh, man. Yeah. That is some fun times. But for now, we will catch you guys later. Thank you for listening. And let's see if we can squeeze another one in 2025.
Let's try. All right. Bye-bye.